we're going to transition into the incident in Yankee Stadium, which is the they're deemed, I guess, the Bronx bleacher creatures, rightfully so. And I know, Logan, you saw it, so if you want to tell them, just kind of in your eyes, what not exactly what went down, because I don't think it's really broke what was said, what went down in there, but the ugly scene that kind of ensued.
Right. So Quan goes into the wall.
Ninth inning in the game, right?
Yeah.
Tie game, I believe.
Yeah. So Quan goes into the wall. Whatever, they're razzing him, and you know, if you've ever been to Yankee Stadium, they're homegrown bleacher creature fans for a reason.
Yes.
And
their fathers were bleacher creatures.
Right.
Their grandfathers were bleacher creatures. Their grandfather's grandfather was a bleacher creature.
Right. And probably their grandmother as well.
Exactly.
So then Miles Straw,
there it is,
has some words with the fans as they are razzing Stephen Kwan because he's on the ground. And then eventually Straw after they make the third out, Straw climbs the cage and starts yelling at him. He's got to be smarter than that.
Yes.
In that professional, although, like you said, we don't know what was said.
Yep.
And if they said the magic words, tis what tis.
But
however,
yeah,
you cannot throw beer bottles and soda bottles and anything hard at the players or the fans.
Yep.
It reminds me of the Batista bat flip game.
Yes.
The Toronto fans, my fans,
yes,
start throwing beer bottles because of a call that was made, and it was the right call.
Yeah.
And it's so embarrassing for the team, for the rest of the fans. You know, in Toronto, there's a little kid that got blasted with a beer bottle from above. Like, come on.
It's not a good look. In one thing, I guess, that was good, the Yankee players did come out, Judge and crew. They were like, come on, guys. Like, come on, enough's enough. And it's not one player that's thrown. I mean, if one bottle gets thrown, it's not excusable, but it's like, all right, they're going to potentially find who did it. There's cameras everywhere in the stadium. Do you really want to risk never being able to go to your beloved team's game again because you're angry in the moment? And that's one thing. Every sports fan kind of debates over little silly things, all right? And maybe this wasn't a little silly thing, but either way, he got deemed Spider-Man because he climbed the wall, was kind of yelling, holding on with one hand, just kind of going back and forth. Just a terrible, terrible kind of moment in there. The Yankees did end up walking off for the win in the game, but it's just a moment that any Yankee fan kind of is just shaking their head at it. And the Guardians, you know, it's obviously not a good look for them. I don't know what's going to come.
Did you see Mercado catch the beer?
No, I didn't see that.
So a beer comes flying just by his head, and he's like, you know, kind of fast pacing towards the wall, and he just reaches up. It's like, nope. it's. I mean,
would have been a power move
moment, but
no, would have been a power move if he chugged it.
Yeah, it's definitely a power move if he chugs it.
Yes, but I'm kind of glad, at least, you know, to see benches clear. You know, at least the teams and the players did have each other's backs in this one, because, I mean, at the end of the day, something like that can turn ugly. There is a lot more fans in the stands than umpires and players and coaches, and you never know when a moment can just turn ugly and just be deemed one of those, you know, like as a basketball reference, the brawl with the Pacers and them, and it's just something that is always talked about, and it could have been worse. It's not a great situation, but either way, the Bronx bleacher creatures in the news, they did call in extra security for the game after, which then cost, you know, at the end of the day, fans, their price of tickets, I'm assuming, are going to go up because everything had to go up because they had to bring in extra security. So when you're complaining about tickets at Yankee Stadium, which are already just crazy price, now they're up even more because you knuckleheads are throwing bottles and trash and peanuts and popcorn and Cracker Jacks on the field. And I don't know.
Lock it up.
At least if there's a beer company that was there and there was cans and stuff, that would be a good time for them to market a cool way to put a little twist on an ugly situation.